thank goodness. And if you're after a great crowd-pleasing dish with loads of fresh flavours and you're in the right place, would you please welcome back our favourite MasterChef judge? Well, we say that when he's here, the delightful Gary Mehigan.
Thank you. Hi. I know, come on.
Now, Gaz, I know you're a big superstar. I know MasterChef is...
You know why the hug was? I know I don't want to distract you because, of course, George was on Celebrity MasterChef.
No, don't mention that. He's very bitter. He's very bitter.
That's right.
He's a great cook.
I've never been able to publicly ask him why he unceremoniously tossed me out of Celebrity MasterChef.
Because we wanted to push you forward onto other things.
That worked out.
I know you're a superstar, but this is a little bit casual. It's a rugby top.
It is. I was saying I haven't worn one, and probably for good reason. Never put a man that's over 40 in a T-shirt, but since my rugby days. But look at this. What does it say on there?
It says, Relay for Life, celebrate, remember, fight back.
So this is what it's all about. Relay for Life. Cancer Council of Victoria are launching Relay for Life again this year. Starts in February, and lots of events around Victoria. And the Boathouse, which is one of my restaurants, is a big supporter of Relay for Life in our area, and I think that kicks off on the 17th. So we can talk about that again.
Because you've been affected, your family, with cancer.
Absolutely. My grandfather died of liver cancer, and of course he was a chef, so don't start. Ooh.
Well, like all of our viewers, it's a great cause, so you can use this to get inspired.
The important thing is we're all touched by cancer. We're all in one way or another.
Exactly.
So we all got a story, and so get behind it and do something, support it.
Speaking of which, you want to get the family together, give them an easy meal. Yeah.
This is one of my favourites. It's a Vietnamese coleslaw, and being a Brit from, well, 20 years ago, I'm actually an Aussie now, but this is my Aussie coleslaw, because it's a Vietnamese coleslaw that I discovered when I first came out from the UK. And before that, coleslaw was always, you know, heavy mayonnaise and a bit sort of, you know, with your steaks sort of thing.
A bit ordinary.
It is ordinary. You know, you find them in a salad bar, and I don't mind that, but then, you know, Victoria Street, and I had my first bowl of Vietnamese coleslaw, and I've changed it a lot from then, but essentially it's the same thing, very fresh, and once you make this recipe, you'll never, ever have the old coleslaw again.
Our beautiful food producer, Jen Len, says she makes it all the time. Yeah. She loves it.
All right, so first step, and we've got lots of things to talk about, but first step, whole chicken into water. And okay, this is the easiest way to poach a chicken. So we pop it into water. It can just be barely covered, and it just needs a tight-fitting lid. And then we got some aromatics. So, George, can you do me a favour?
Sure.
Can you just very roughly, just chop up that couple of chilies, bit of ginger. You can even take a wedge of onion if you want.
Finely
and also, just big chunks.
And you want the seeds left in?
Yeah, big chunks. This is just to flavour the water. And then some coriander. You can put lemongrass, whatever you fancy, to be honest. Pinch of salt. Now, what you do is pop a lid on that and bring it up to the boil. And once it's been boiling for about 10 minutes...
That's all.
Turn it off, but keep the lid on and don't lift the lid off. And it cools down.
I think poaching chicken, Gary, when you show how simple it is, because it can be a bit daunting when you actually look at it, you have to poach something in a recipe. That's so easy. So just water up to the boil. What, boil for 10 minutes or simmer? Simmer for 10 to 15 minutes, turn it off, leave the lid on. And when it cools down to a temperature that you can sort of touch the pot, you lift the chicken out and it will be cooked. All right? You're doing a good job there. Yeah, and then we just chuck it all in the water. So let's have a look. You don't want to lift this up, do you? It's all a bit gooey. Oh, well, you're the expert. You do it. Oh, and it smells... Can you smell that? Oh, it's beautiful. It smells of lemongrass and coriander. And you basically have what's called a white-cooked chicken. So tell us, Gary, why you prefer poaching. You know what's great about it? You end up with a beautiful stock, like look in there. I can use that for strain that, make soup from it. And actually, all the ingredients that we can use from the Vietnamese coleslaw, you can chuck in there, and that becomes your soup. So what we do, essentially, is we just... take all the white chicken off, all right? So it's just cooked. Oh, yeah, so it's still a little bit pinky. It's still a little bit pink, but it's drawn through. And actually... I might just see if we can get a close-up of that for everyone at home. People are a bit scared of this. I think if someone at home opened that up, they might worry that's not cooked. It's drawn all the way through. OK, and don't forget, that's still not quite cool yet. Yep. All right? So essentially what we do is we take the skin off, and I'll do this for you a little bit later, and then you just pull all the chicken off, and it'll shred. Look how tender that is. Yeah, have a little piece. How long does that take to poach? Is it rude to feed you? Not at all. That is so moist. I thought you'd never know. Beautiful. But why poach, Gary? Why poach? Because it's really clean. Yeah. And if you take the fat off, it's really, really clean. And you can use that for chicken sandwiches, a bit of lemon zest, whatever you fancy. Healthy, healthy. Healthy, healthy. Right, pass me that little bowl over there. We'll chuck all that here. Into that stock. I'm doing a masterclass with you. You make it so easy. Lid on, up to the boil. That's that job done. Right. This one? Cut that wombok in half and then just give it a little bit of shred. And basically, this salad, and we can put it together later, but there's lots of shreddy stuff. Things like carrots, things like bean shoots, things like the wombok, and most importantly, lots and lots of fresh herbs. Beautiful. Okay, so we've got coriander and Vietnamese mint. This looks delicious. And then the really good stuff, things like peanuts,
Shallots,
which
right.
you can just buy easy.
And you can buy them. And this stuff, fried garlic, okay?
Ooh.
You know, you can buy that. All right, and we mix all that together with the chicken.
Now we're going to
That's good enough. Good enough.
While George keeps cutting there, we're going to come back and see how you assemble all of this. But this looks delicious.
we're going to toss that together and make the dressing in the next segment.
Give it up for our favourite master chef, Gary Mehigan.
Relay for life.
Comforting food. The gorgeous Gary Mehigan is with us today on The Circle, and you're teaching us how to do a Vietnamese coleslaw salad.
Well, this is my version of a Vietnamese coleslaw. So there's some little adjustments there, but essentially what we did in the first segment is we shredded some vegetables, thanks to George. We've got some cabbage, some wombok in there, lots of herbs like Vietnamese mint, coriander, some nuts, peanuts, some sesame seeds, lots of crispy peas.
And there's
interesting stuff.
Beautiful poached chicken. You've pulled that off the bone.
So remember that was sitting under a lid for an hour. It only was up to the boil for 15, but with a lid on, an hour, and then I just took that off the bone. It falls apart. It's really delicious and quite healthy. I love it.
Now, is the secret, Gary, to this recipe, is it in the dressing?
It's got to be fresh. And now I'm eating chicken, I'm going to choke. But it's about, there's a couple of things. It's got to be sweet, sour, and salt. Okay. So, George, if you can help me, I've got some fish sauce. Pour that into the blender.
What is it about fish sauce, Gary?
Oh, it stinks.
Well, it does. Yeah. You know what? When you smell it, you go, oh. But to balance that, right, and we're talking some acidity, we've got some lime juice. So, juice of 2 limes in there. All right, actually, I need to squeeze one, I think. And so I've got about 75 mils of fish sauce. Very strong. But once you've added the sugar and the lime juice, it changes completely. So I've got about 100 grams of sugar. So about equal quantities, to be honest. And then some flavouring, some aromatics, some ginger.
Yep.
That's quite a bit of ginger.
Yeah, there's one little knob.
Clove of garlic.
Ginger, clove of garlic. And then we'll just put that extra lime in. So you can balance these out yourself, and the recipe will change a little bit. And a bit of an experience as you make it will tell you what you like. Do you like more chilies? Do you leave the seeds in? Do you take them out? It's up to you. And these ones, these long chilies, are much milder, for example, than the little chilies.
Yeah, that's what's good about it.
All right, yeah, and that's what I like them, actually.
So do you leave the seeds in, Gary?
What I do is I've left the seeds in the long one because they're not particularly hot, and 2 little ones.
Whoa, that's a lot of chilli.
It's a lot of chilli, but we'll see how hot it is, all right?
Well, we trust you, Gary.
Basically, we're going to blend. So turn on. Was that water, by any chance? Oh.
No, drop the...
Oh,
hang on. Because a little bit of water's got to go. A little bit of Tom Jones. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. But when I see you hanging about with anyone... That'll do.
Me dancing's enough.
That was just for the guys. That was just for the guys out the back.
You could cover world politics, but I bet you didn't think you'd dance to Tom Jones in the kitchen.
I think, George, you spilled the measure of water. Enough with the Tom Jones.
It was on the bottom of the bowl.
Oh, well, look.
Look at it.
100 mils of water, because basically it's quite a light dressing, and the water is there just to sort of freshen it all up. And essentially that's the dressing. Have a smell.
Ooh,
see,
nice.
Now it doesn't smell like yucky fish sauce, does it?
No, it doesn't smell fish at all.
It doesn't smell fishy. And it could be smoother, but I'm not going to worry about that. You can leave it a little bit chunky, and you'll know whether it tastes good by this simple test.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, great balance.
Do you like it?
You've got the job.
Getting a little bit of sweet.
Do you like it?
It's sour, a bit of the chilli.
Yeah.
Bit of ginger.
Yeah.
Too much chilli for you?
No, that's good for me.
Yeah. And what do you remember is the other ingredients that go in are going to make this a little milder. So we put the poached chicken in, and then what you've got to do, essentially, is flood it with this dressing. It can be quite wet, all right? Okay. And I'm going to put... Can I put my little chubby fingers in there?
You go your chubby fingers. How soon should we put the dressing on?
It's the chubby fingers that make it taste nice.
It's the thing to do these days.
It is, actually, isn't it?
Everybody saw Jamie do it, now they all do it.
For dinner, George, how soon...
Gary. Or George.
Sorry, George. People are coming for dinner, Gary. How soon do we put our dressing on?
Last second, all right? Last second. And as many crispy, crunchy, aromatic things that you want, and as much dressing. I like loads of dressing. I literally, you know, if you go to Victoria Street and have one of these similar coleslaws, you'll find that it's sopping. Like there's a lot of dressing in it. And it's really healthy anyway. It's really fresh and vibrant, and there's something special about getting into the bottom of the bowl and eating that
stuff. And the Vietnamese thing is always sort of this sweet and sour, but...
Yeah, it's got to have a lot of... I think they love a lot of lime.
Now,
and I also use these things. Right, let's have a go at this.
Can I just show our viewers
this
at home the front package of this?
This is a sesame rice paper cracker. Watch this, baby. It's like a massive prawn cracker.
Oh! So So Vietnamese.
Isn't that cool? I love
I always
it.
panic when they start curling up, though.
Yeah, so a little bit of oil. Get the oil hot, about 180 degrees.
Wow.
It'll take about 30 seconds or so to cook.
That's great.
And then I'll snack on these out the back. It's okay. They won't go to waste. All right? And then you can just put, you know, big pieces of this cracker. Yeah, but the bigger the better.
Love it.
It's great, isn't it?
And this is all out of your, excuse my mouthful, fabulous comfort food, which I use all the time.
But
it's
that's
great.
all old news. And you know what it's all about? It's about Relay for Life.
Yep.
Because this kicks off Cancer of Victoria. Kicking this off in February. Get onto the website, which is relayforlife.org.au, and participate, sponsor, or get a team together and get involved. It's a wonderful cause.
Thanks, Gary. Thanks. All the best with the campaign.
Cheers.